Hello, I'm Andrew Main, and I want to give you a quick tour of AuthorPage. This is a project I've been working on with Mr. Peter J. Wax, who are the two gentlemen right down here. Put simply, AuthorPage is a free website and service for authors that makes it easy to create homepages, book pages, blog, share stories, and do a lot of other cool things quickly and easily so you can focus your time on writing. Right now, this is in beta, so if you want to sign up for this, just go to authorpage.com and click to sign up for our beta. Right now, let me show you some of the features. Let's click on Peter, and we're going to go to his site. Now, this is the theme he chose. It's a dark theme, kind of a slate dark theme. It's super easy to change these themes. You can do that in just seconds. He's got his name here, a little description. He's got an intro text. Now, you can put whatever you want there. You can tell people what your latest book is, tell them about you, etc. Right in the middle of the page, we've got sign up for his mailing list. This is there because it's super important to be able to know who's reading your books and to be able to talk to them. I think the success that I've had as a writer has come directly from the fact that I have a pretty good mailing list and I can get people talking about my books because I know who likes them. If I can tell them about something new, they're going to go out there and read it and tell other people. I know a lot of authors that don't have mailing lists and I think it hurts them. So we wanted to create something that was going to be simple to be able to set up and get up and running. When this collects the email addresses, you can then download them and use them if you have some other service like MailChimp. It's very easy to take those addresses and use them there. Let's take a look at what we've got here. We've got books, so let's go click. Peter's got a book called Second Paradigm. Now, we're still working on the buttons. Don't panic. This is beta. We're still going through the user theming. But you can see here we've got the name of the book, the cover, we've got the description, the kind of stuff you'd expect, the tweeted out. But something that's kind of cool, at least I think so, is this thing called Read the First Chapter or the Sample. When you click that, instead of having to download something to a separate device or looking at something that's on a very cluttered screen, you get a very easy to read experience. And so we can read the first chapter of Peter's book. And if we like it, we can click there to buy it on Amazon or wherever else it's being offered. Now, this looks great on an iPad, on an Android device. You can adjust the size of it there, and it reads much like an actual print book would. That was the design. So we worked hard to try to create a very simple, nice format that didn't feel like you're just reading something on some sketchy web page or have to go through a bunch of hoops. You can email people. If you're a fan of, let's say, Peter's book, you can email the sample to somebody else. They'll get a link, they'll open, and this is what they will read. It's very distraction-free. This is one of the many things we've been trying to do with AuthorPage, and that is to focus on you and help you sell your books, connect with people, and tell them why they might be interested in it. Now, I chose a white theme, and I've got my books here, sort of the same stuff, but we also have got a cool function, stories. I think a great way to get people to your website and to get them interested in what you have to offer as a writer is to share with them smaller samples of your writing, and short stories are a fantastic way to do that. And I've got Prowler. It's a fun story here. You can check that on my website. If you go to authorpage.com/Andrew Main, click on stories, you can read that, and I'll keep adding more. So will Peter. So will you, hopefully. Besides offering up things like stories in books, you've got the basic about stuff. You can do a blog. You can tell people updates on what you're doing. But let's take a look now behind the scenes to what may not be obvious to people who are just visiting there. If I click on my dashboard, I can see how many page views I had in the last hour. I can see how many page views in the last 24, and this month, how many people subscribed recently to my list there. This is a great way to keep track of something. So if you send out a thing on Twitter or an email telling people to check out a book or whatever you're doing, it's good to know if it's working. If I click on books, I can see how many views my books have had in the last 24, in the last hour, etc. That's another thing that's important. You want to know, what are people interested in? And if we go to the dashboard, you can also see that besides being able to choose themes and do this sort of update stuff, we've got another cool feature, which is if you want to put a Google Analytics tracking code for your web page, this will give you even more information. So let's say I do a campaign and I want to promote Station Breaker. I want to know, how many people are clicking through on Amazon and buying that. That will actually tell me. I can see the outbound clicks. It'll tell me if people are actually clicking through and going to that page to buy it, or if they're buying it somewhere else, or just going somewhere else and looking and maybe not buying because of the way it's presented there. What if I want to change the text to this, but I'm not sure what's the best way to try to present the book? Well, we have a feature called A/B testing, which is a standard thing used in the industry to basically test market different ways of doing stuff. And it's not used very much in books, which is sort of crazy. So you have your regular description of the book. I can create an alternative description of my book. Maybe I want to focus more on character. Maybe this one's more plot, but this one's going to be more of a character-driven description. When I tweet out a link to my book, or people just go click on that, it is going to alternate randomly, half the time to the A version, half the time to the B version. And then I can look in Google Analytics and see which one got more clicks. This is extremely important and useful. A/B testing, I think, is a very, very helpful tool. So we're integrating that into AuthorPage. It's one of the many, many features we have here. And if you are an author and you have a book, or maybe you just want to share short stories, come to authorpage.com, sign up for our beta. And as we're able to let more people in, we'd love to have you on board and be one of us here at AuthorPage. Thank you.